The Supreme Court is considering arguments that could impact hundreds of Capitol riot defendants. The Supreme Court is weighing the scope of a federal obstruction statute. It's a legal battle that could also impact the election interference case against Trump. Some defendants have been released from jail as the court considers the case. CBS News congressional correspondent Scott MacFarlane is covering this for us and is there at the Supreme Court, where Trump cannot be next week. Scott, lay out this case for us, please. What's the debate over the obstruction law that's being made this morning?
This is a huge inflection point for the largest criminal prosecution in U.S. history. The Supreme Court listened to about 90 minutes of arguments over whether one of the more common charges brought against the alleged rioters, obstruction of an official proceeding, is appropriate in this case, in the case of a mob attack on the U.S. Capitol. Some of the defendants have argued, at least one successfully enough to get it to the Supreme Court, that this is not an appropriate charge for this type of case, that the obstruction of an official proceeding charge was born out of the Enron financial scandal of 2002 and is more germane for finance cases and documents cases. But the U.S. Solicitor General, arguing on behalf of the government, says no, it is very much appropriate that the rioters did obstruct the electoral count on January 6th. In fact, they obstructed it and stopped it for several hours with a violent attack. What the justices rule here will have an impact on hundreds, about 350 of the January 6 defendants. This is also one of the charges Donald Trump faces and has pleaded not guilty to in his 2020 election conspiracy case. Huge stakes when they issue their ruling sometime between now and late June.
So, Scott, as we were listening to some of the arguments play out this morning, they seem to be largely focused, as you hinted there, on language. I want to play a clip from the arguments from Justice Sonia Sotomayor and then come right back to you.
You could read this as otherwise obstructs a proceeding or otherwise spoils evidence. And you are using it to say otherwise spoils evidence with, spoils being all those verbs. But it doesn't say that. It says otherwise obstructs a proceeding. There are plenty of ways to write the statute that you want to write.
Two words keep popping up, otherwise and obstruction. But talk to us about, just given what they're arguing, which way are the justices seeming to lean into?
There doesn't seem to be any unanimity, if that's the question. There are different angles and different perspectives they're bringing to their questioning. Nobody seemed to be in lockstep, at least with 8 colleagues on their side. There was very little talk about rioters or rioting or Mike Pence or the gallows and the guns and the knives. There was argument over what did the statute mean? What does this U.S. code entail? What does the word otherwise mean when it shows up in this piece of U.S. code? Does it make it broader to include obstructing a congressional proceeding? There were parallels drawn by some of the justices appointed by Republican presidents about whether this would be appropriate if somebody, blocked a courthouse or blocked an airport to keep Congress from flying back to town. How broad is this? But the Solicitor General was emphatic in her portion of the argument, saying this fits like a glove in this case, in which a riotous mob very much obstructed what was a specific official proceeding, a once every 4 years proceeding to count the electoral votes.
Scott MacFarlane, thank you so much.